Newcastle hero Alan Shearer has already delivered Dele Alli verdict amid transfer links. Newcastle are currently eyeing a deal for Tottenham star Dele Alli. The England international's form has waned in North London ever since the departure of Mauricio Pochettino in 2019. And Toon hero Alan Shearer has already delivered his verdict on the midfielder, who could arrive as an alternative to Manchester United's Jesse Lingard. Newcastle would prefer to sign Lingard, who will become a free agent when his United contract expires at the end of the campaign. But they appear to be in talks with Tottenham about loaning in Alli, who was left out of the squad for Sunday's 2-0 defeat to Chelsea. If he moves to Newcastle, fans will hope he can rediscover the form that once made him one of the hottest properties in Europe. Toon hero Shearer does punditry work these days and, earlier in the season, expressed a belief he'd be a great player if he was able to achieve consistency. Speaking after Tottenham played out a 0-0 draw with Liverpool, the former Magpies number 9 said, "I was really impressed with Dele Alli today. Last chance saloon for him really. Think you know sport? Test your sporting knowledge with our tricky quiz. Nuno didn't fancy him, Jose didn't fancy him. Alisson pulled off an unbelievable save, but he got in there all afternoon. Driving forward, with the ball, or offering options. Timing of the runs was perfect. He was an England regular, he has got to keep getting that chance and be consistent." Shearer has, however, previously been critical of Alli. Back in 2017, the BBC Sport pundit went on the attack by insisting the Tottenham star was getting carried away after a dip in form he has never really recovered from. Dele Alli has received plenty of plaudits over the last 2 years, and rightly so, he stated. Don't miss 4 Man United players West Ham could accept in Rice swap deal. Abramovich backs punishment for Chelsea striker Lukaku. 6 players Liverpool could axe this year. He was particularly good last season as Mauricio Pochettino's exciting young side finishing runners-up to champions Chelsea. On the back of that, I started to see Dele splashed across magazines and on the small screen promoting a TV company. He was the face of a new breed of young England players that were threatening to stand alongside their foreign counterparts in the Premier League. Dele was proving good young English talent can make its way to the top. Unfortunately, the player seems to be now resting on the laurels of that praise and the exposure that came with his good form. It is very easy, when you are a young player, to get carried away with all the adulation. It will be interesting to see how Shearer reacts if Newcastle do bring Alli in. He'd undoubtedly be happy with a deal, with the Tottenham star still an upgrade on anything the club have in the number 10 role. Yet his previous comments suggest he harbors doubts over whether the Spurs midfielder is consistent enough to play at the highest level. Neil Warnock, meanwhile, thinks Tottenham are to blame for Alli's dip in form. "He's got to go," he said. "I'll be honest with you, though, when you look at Dele Alli, if you put him in Man City's team you would see a different player. You've got to have a decent backline to start with. Tottenham haven't had a decent backline for ages. He roves in a 0.10 role, and he's as good as Oat when he was. But they're not getting that ball, they're having to fight for everything to get a look in. Because they are not good enough at the back, it opens all